Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and Real Madrid fans currently Googling how to delete Champions League history, welcome to the footballing fever dream that was Arsenal versus Real Madrid. Yes, you heard right. Arsenal didn't just beat Real Madrid, they steamrolled them. A three-man zero destruction so brutal, even VAR had to look away. Declan Rice turned into David Beckham. Merino channeled his inner Zidane, and Real Madrid. They showed up looking like they got lost on the way to the Europa League. 1. The game recap. Madrid got Sue. Let's talk about the scoreline. Arsenal 3, Real Madrid 0. Or as Spanish newspapers are now calling it, Martes Negro, Black Tuesday. First goal, Declan Rice. Free kick, 58th minute, boom. Second goal, Declan Rice again. Free kick, 70th minute, boom again. By this point even Arteta was looking around like, who gave him cheat codes? And then came Merino with the third. A composed finish in the 75th minute that said, yes, I do enjoy long walks on the Bernabeu. Declan Rice scoring 2 free kicks in one match is like your tech-illiterate uncle. Suddenly fixing Wi-Fi, unexpected, miraculous, and you're not sure if it'll ever happen again. Real Madrid's defense during those free kicks, they stood like museum statues. Beautiful form, zero movement. Courtois was in goal like a man who knew he shouldn't be playing. Man was diving like his joints were asking for retirement. Mbappe was there, Vinicius was there. But you wouldn't know, because Arsenal's defense put them in witness protection. Madrid's attack was so toothless, even the Emirates Stadium grass refused to cooperate. Statistically, it was a demolition job. Arsenal had 1.51 xG to Madrid's 0.50. But it felt like a 5-0 in vibes alone. Madrid didn't just lose the match, they lost their aura. It was like watching a Marvel villain get beaten by a guy with a butter knife. The Gunners weren't just clinical, they were petty. Every pass, every press, every goal screamed, "We're tired of being polite." This wasn't just a football match, it was an ego-crushing therapy session. Real Madrid didn't ask for. 2. Pep Talk or TED Talk. Arteta's tactical masterclass. Arteta called it the biggest game of his managerial career. And folks, he delivered. Tactical discipline, pressing perfection, and the kind of passion usually reserved for salsa dancers and unpaid internships. Bukayo Saka returned from injury just to whisper sweet nothings into Rice's ear like, "You got this, bro." And next thing you know, the man's bending free kicks like he's been doing it his whole life. Saka being Rice's free kick hype man is the most wholesome football bromance since Messi and Dani Alves. Arteta's game plan was so compact, even Real Madrid's midfielders needed Google Maps to find space. If coaching was an art, Arteta just dropped a Banksy on Ancelotti's vintage wallpaper. Madrid showed up expecting vibes. Arteta brought vibes, violence, and victory. And let's not ignore the emotional manipulation masterclass Arteta pulled off. The pre-match light show, fire. The crowd choreography, scripted by Hollywood. Arteta told fans to play the game with us, and boy did they show up like extras in Gladiator. The Emirates wasn't just a stadium, it was a fever dream with pyrotechnics and perfectly timed chants. Somewhere in the second half, even Madrid's players looked around like they'd walked into the wrong footballing dimension. This wasn't just tactics, it was theater, and Arteta was the smug Spanish-speaking director pulling all the strings. 3. Real Madrid. From royalty to relegation vibes, Real Madrid, 15-time Champions League winners, kings of Europe, serial comeback artists, just got humbled by the North London boys. Camavinga got a red card late on, as if the night wasn't already embarrassing enough. Man was like, might as well clock out early. Madrid's form? 5 goals in 5 away games, and now a 0 to add to that spicy resume. Ancelotti's eyebrows usually lift in concern. After this game they packed their bags and left his face entirely. Jude Bellingham admitted they were lucky to lose by only 3. Imagine being in a fight, getting knocked out, and thanking the guy for not stealing your shoes too. Madrid's defense after halftime was like wet tissue paper. Flimsy, tragic, and not built for impact. Kylian Mbappe spent more time in Ben White's pocket than he did on the ball. Real Madrid looked so out of sorts, you'd think someone accidentally replaced their electrolyte drinks with sleepy time tea. It wasn't just a bad performance, it was a full-blown identity crisis. Luka Modric spent the match looking like a wise old wizard who just realized his magic wand stopped working. The team moved like they were underwater, passed like they were allergic to the ball, and defended like they'd just taken a group nap. At one point, it felt like Arsenal wasn't playing against Real Madrid. They were playing against Real Confused FC. 4. Fan reactions. Arsenal on cloud 9. Madrid in the mud. Arsenal fans. Emirates turned into Coachella. Fans said it was the best night in the stadium's history. One even said it felt like football nirvana, which is probably just beer and Declan Rice's left foot. Arsenal fans chanting, "We got him half prices," about Rice like they're on eBay. Tunnel TV media interviews looked like therapy sessions but with tears of joy. Some fans are cautious, it's only half-time. Others are planning parades, remixes, and statue placements. Real Madrid fans. Shock, sadness, and selective amnesia. Spanish headlines called it a humiliation. One fan on X said Madrid looked bullied and confused, like someone trying to do calculus in a nightclub. Madrid fans calling for Ancelotti's head faster than a La Liga ref calls offsides. Someone tweeted, "We lost to Merino and Rice." That sounds like a Tesco meal deal. There's still hope, kind of. Madrid fans are like, "We've come back from worse. Bro, you lost 3-0 and got a red card. What worse are you trying to one-up?" Neutrals. Neutrals just had a blast. Barcelona fans were drinking Madrid tears like it was sangria night. Ex-users. Arsenal played like Bayern, Madrid defended like Burnley from 2009. Someone called it a freak result. That same guy predicted a Madrid win. ESPN FC experts are in hiding. Memes are flying faster than Madrid counters. Someone even edited Rice's head onto Beckham's body. 5. The second leg. Bernabeu or burial ground. April 16th. Santiago Bernabeu. Arsenal walks in with a 3-goal lead and Madrid fans walk in with rosaries. Can Madrid come back? Of course, they've done it before. But without Camavinga and with Rice now upgraded to free kick god, it's looking shaky. Ancelotti said Madrid needs a miracle, so unless Luka Modric is turning water into wine now, good luck. Arsenal fans already preparing for a defensive masterclass. Expect a 5-5-0 formation with Saka playing as the left goalpost. If Madrid scores early, hope. If Arsenal scores first. Lights out, baby. UEFA scriptwriters have one job: make the second leg dramatic. But even they might be writing Madrid's obituary in Microsoft Word right now. And let's be honest, the Bernabeu comeback magic doesn't hit the same when your midfield looks like they're playing musical chairs and your best defender is still emotionally recovering from Rice's second free kick. Arsenal fans are booking flights with the confidence of a team that's already previewed the semi-final hotel breakfast menu. Meanwhile, Madrid's plan seems to be 1. Pray, 2. Press high, 3. Avoid another Rice worldie, and 4. Hope Arsenal suddenly remember they used to be Banter FC. But unless someone resurrects peak Cristiano Ronaldo, this could be less of a comeback and more of a ceremonial farewell. 6. Fun football facts. The numbers don't lie, but they hurt. This was Real Madrid's joint heaviest first-leg defeat in UCL knockout history. You have to go back to 2013 for a bigger embarrassment, and that one didn't include Declan Rice going Super Saiyan. It's the 12th time an English team won the first leg by 3+ goals. The previous 11, all progressed. Madrid fans, you might want to look away now. Also, 5 Champions League losses this season. That ties Madrid's all-time worst. Congratulations, you played yourself. And let's not gloss over this stat. Declan Rice, who had never scored a free kick in his entire professional career, decided to drop 2 in one night against Thibaut Courtois. That's not just a stat, that's psychological warfare. If this continues, UEFA might have to create a new rule. All Rice-related set pieces must now be reviewed by VAR for sorcery. Meanwhile, Real Madrid now has the same UCL defeat record as they did in the dark days of 2000-2001. Somewhere Florentino Perez is probably staring at a fax machine, wondering if it's too late to re-sign Ronaldo. Again. So what do you think? Was this Arsenal's coronation night? Or is this just the setup for a Real Madrid horror sequel at the Bernabeu? Drop your predictions in the comments. Smash that like button like Rice smashes free kicks, and don't forget to subscribe for more spicy football takes. And remember, if you're ever having a bad day, just know that Real Madrid conceded 2 free kicks to Declan Rice and got absolutely cooked by Mikel Merino. Sleep tight, football world.